I'm back like I promised. Life after lockup. What is this? I just finished it, so let me get into what this episode is. Season 3, episode 25. And it was Downward Spirals. Yeah, I'm writing it down so I could add to the link, so y'all don't be trying to talk about me. All right, so I'm going to it quickly. Okay. Sarah and Michael, I'm over them in the situation. We know Michael missed the court date. We know Michael was drinking like he was a fish, like he didn't have to go to court the next day. And then he comes to Sarah's house and he tells her what happened with him and Maria. How he's so stressed out. He needs time to think. Him and Maria broke up. And I'm like, how are you stressed? You don't have a whole job. You don't have a whole 2 kids that you're responsible for. But you stressed out. Sarah pays your cell phone bill and you get money from, okay, I don't know. So he starts tearing up and she hugs him. I'm going to be there for you. He sucks her back in like he always does. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Because you are doing the same thing every single kid, every single time you get a chance to be around her. It's the repetitive cycle that Sarah continuously falls in love with. And this is what Malcolm was talking about. You are too invested in him and his feelings. So she's saying, Sarah says she is there for Michael forever because they have kids together. And, he can stay with her. How? How, Sway? How are you staying with her? And she got a whole boyfriend that lives with her randomly. And he said, you going to tell old boy about us? And she's like, yeah, it'll be like a package deal. He going to have to get over it. Okay. You just talking out your ass, Sarah, because you know good and damn well that ain't true. That's not true. It's not true. Then you're going to just be alone like Michael wants you to be and ready for him to come pounce on that whenever he want to. And that's why he continuously treats you like hot garbage on the street, because you continuously let him. Then she goes to the hotel with the girls and she's like, I want us to try to have a good co-parenting situation and I want you to be a better father. And he gets all in his feelings and she's like, yeah, you're a shit father. And he's like, how? How am I a shit father? Are you insane? You even live in the same state. You don't call them. You don't FaceTime them. You don't do anything for them. You show up randomly. And Sarah's like, so he's going on and on. No, I've always been there for the girls. So Sarah picks and chooses what date and time you come on the show. And when she shows us that she's been calling you and you don't answer, that's at least those times be there, be present. So we can have some kind of backup. But, whatever. And they start arguing in front of the kids. And she goes, I'm done. Because you keep interrupting me. I can't get my point across. And he's like, no, because you acting like this and you acting like that. And I'm like, both of y'all are mental head cases. Both of y'all. Because it makes no sense how they're going back and forth. And she's like, well, how you hurt me affects how I treat the kids. If you was a grown-ass woman, like you said you are, whatever he does to you should not affect your children over there. And that's the smartest thing Michael said. You can't let what happens between us dictate what happens to the kids. You should know that you got a piece of shit father, husband, whatever he is to you. And you should say, I love my kids. I'm going to treat my kids the best. And that's how real mothers and adults operate. No matter what you do to me, I'm never going to take it out on my kids. Point blank, period. Because they are innocent pawns in this chess game of life. Like, come on, Sarah. Cut the shit. And then she storms out and she leaves one kid and takes the other one. I don't understand, but okay. Andrea and Lamar, the exhausting duo. They start arguing because he comes home from Dulo's house talking about, you ready to talk? And she's like, well, I don't understand why you're trying to get that trait in Priscilla and making her lie. He was wrong. He apologized. And she's trying to say, well, if you would have talked to me and said, Andrea, I'm going to go and see my daughter and I'm taking Priscilla, I would have said, okay. You a lie and the truth ain't in you. You a lie and the truth ain't in you. You know good and well you don't like Shantae because Shantae don't like you and she thinks everything that Lamar did is your fault. So you bringing your small child around her wouldn't have worked for you. You would not have been okay with this. So stop acting like you would have, Andrea. Like, cut it out. The kids come out, here we go again. And they're trying to pull Andrea back and she's just, and Lamar's like, whatever. My daughter should know her sister. It's what it is. So he goes outside talking to the producers, and the producers are like, oh, you know, I guess they're asking him generically what happened, yada, yada, yada. He's telling his side of the story. Here she comes. Why are you talking about me? Why are you talking dirty about me, Lamar? He's like, I'm not talking dirty. What did I say that was dirty? He said the truth. You can't handle the truth. Marcelino and, oh, no, sorry. Let me go back to that one. And then she starts taking pictures out the house, taking them down, talking about, this is a happy family. No, it's not. We ain't no happy family. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up, Andrea. You chose this man who did 17 years in jail. You chose him to come into your house with your kids talking about, I hate him. And you said that you mad you brought him into the kid's life. You should have thought about that shit 3-4 years ago when he was fresh out and you ain't know a piece of thing about him other than he tooted you over, impregnated you in a broom closet to have your child. But you have him around because you know he gonna do right. Bitch, please. Marcelino and Brittany, and they're going to look for her mom because her mom, after the therapy session they had week before last, I guess that was too much for her. So she went MIA. So they're going to go to the little, what's it called? Sunset Stardust Motel. And Brittany's like, I'm scared to go here. It's like we're all low-life people hang. And he's like, well, how are we going to get in? And then what? Like, once we find her, then what? Like, what is the end goal here? And she's like, it's not funny, Mars. And she's like, no, but what is the end goal? We find her. We get her back. She goes back and does drugs. It's a cycle. It's going to be the same things all over again. So I get it. You want to save your mama because you don't want her ending up in a crazy situation or dead. He get to the motel. Of course, they can't get in because it's locked and no one's answering the door. She goes, well, Mars, what are we going to do? In the motels, you give them a little cash, little quiet money. They'll do whatever you want them to do. And that's what he did. Because Marcelino's a gambler and a hustler. He gave her a quick 20, or was it a 50? He came into the hotel reception lobby area and was like, oh, your nails are pretty. She was, oh, thank you. So how about I get you money to get your nails done and you give me the key to that room for like 15 minutes so I can see my mother-in-law's in there. Of course she does. Now, we know the girl got fired because, you know, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Quaylon and Chevelle, they doing the bullshit as usual. She's talking to her daughter at a park, talking about, what would you think if me and daddy weren't together, but just me and you? She's a little kid. Stop putting that pressure on her back. Make a grown adult decision. Figure out your life. Because with or without him, she's still going to be your daughter. So you need to make it plain and stop playing games. Quaylon's on his way to Chevelle in Branson, wherever that is, to find out what is going on and try to win her back and talk to her. He tells his sister, don't tell mama. She said, well, I don't condone it. And he said, I'm going to get my family. And she's like, your family. Your family. She still ain't got the fact that this man is considering Chevelle and her daughter his family. So she takes her cousin D-Mark with her. And I love D-Mark because he is the truth. He tells it like it is. He don't sugarcoat shit. And Chevelle need that. So he's talking about what's been going on, what's up? And she was like, oh, I went on a date, you know, with a real Superman. And he was like, who? He said, Jay. Jay who? My friend Jay? Freckles Jay? Light-skinned Jay? Nobody knew nothing. So she was like, yeah, he really treated me like a woman should be treated. He pulled out my chair and he fed me peach cobbler. That's what it takes so little for some of these women on these shows to be impressed. That don't impress me. That shouldn't impress you. That's a regular, schmegular thing. That's nothing fancy. Like, he treated you like you're supposed to be treated, girl. And your cousin's like, anyway, because he's over his shit too. And then she's in a Range Rover. She's like, you had a Red Bull, 1 egg, and a cup of water in your refrigerator, but you driving a Range Rover? I'm confused. Maybe it was a rental because she was driving far. Maybe it was a rental. I'm going to say it's a rental. And then he's like, you know, so what's your plan? And he's like, I love Quaylon. I hope we can work it out. Then why the fuck are you dating this other dude then? If you want to try to work it out, grow the fuck up, talk to him, man to man, woman to woman, couple to couple, and get the conversation going. You know Quaylon's growth was stunted because he was in jail forever, and he don't know who he is, what he doing, but you're trying to pressure him to do what he don't want to do yet. Calm the fuck down. Stop being so thirsty. Thirsty bitches. Okay, I'm done. I get so riled up. Maybe that's why I didn't review this show for a while. All right, like and subscribe and comment below. Love y'all. Bye.